Hello and a warm welcome to number one's political channel. I'm talking about Herman Manyora's YouTube channel, where we have the public opinion show. And this is the show that I come to the streets to get your opinion about the state of the nation in matters politics, even as we are inching closer to the August 9 general elections. And my name is Kimutai Kennedy. So Wafula Chebukati says that the 3 Venezuelans that were arrested at JKIA were legal contractors of Smartmatic company, and they were in Kenya legally. On the other hand, the CI boss George Kinoti refuted Chebukati's claims and stated that they were in Kenya illegally. Neither were they employees of Smartmatic. What's your take on that?
Okay, my take on this,
Yes.
I think...
I'll start with your name first.
My name is Peter, but I think Kinoti is very correct. And I think that now we are going to the election. I think the government is so prepared. I don't think that if there could be something fishy. Now, Kinoti, I know he has a very good experience on matters pertaining investigations. And I think if there could be any problem, then you could have investigated and given us the right answer. So I think there was nothing fishy with the whole issue.
Well, my name is Port Game Ramogi. I'm a resident of Nairobi. Now, for the past few days or a few weeks, we've seen a political tantrum being thrown from either sides, from the DCI Kinoti and from the chair of the body mandated to conduct elections. Now, what I just want to say as one of Kenyans, as people who are interested in this country in political development, is that we need Mr. Wafula Chebukati to come clean on this, because we don't want a repeat of what happened in 2007. So if truly there was staff of IEBC, then you need to come up and actually tell Kenyans that actually these are employees of IEBC. And if they are not, but I think at the moment, Mr. DCI Kinoti is not playing politics. He is really trying to make sure that these polls become as credible as possible. So what I'd want Mr. Chebukati to do is to come out clean. And if he feels that the DCI is infringing the rights of these 3 Venezuelans, then you need to take a legal step and actually to launch or maybe to prosecute Mr. Kinoti. But so far he has not done that. So from where I stand, I believe Mr. Kinoti is right. And if he's not right, then Mr. Chairman, Mr. Wafula Chebukati need to prove him wrong. But he has not done that. So I believe Mr. Kinoti is with the Kenyans.
So, my take on that, I've been so stunned on the decision of Chebukati and his cronies to decide and bring us strangers into the country. As a Kenyan, I'm so much annoyed, and I really hate the way our commissioners are behaving. It is like they want to bungle this election. The truth of the matter is that these Venezuelans were not, they are not in any way connected to, how do we call it, to IEBC. But one of them we can confirm from our Google search that is connected to Smartmatic. He's been working there for the past 10 good years. Currently is having, I don't know, another contract of additional 5, something of that kind. But in real sense, the reasons why they came into this country is not well known to us. What we can see, and we always trust our investigative apparatus. Whatever they tell us, we always have to take it seriously. They are lying to us. The IEBC is lying to us. These are people who are contracted purposely to come and spoil or rather bungle this election. Evidence being given even on the style of doing it by just keying in the serial numbers of the stickers, and they were marked areas within the country. Yes.
Okay, my name is Victor Aganda. Let me just respond to the question. First of all, I'll go with the DCI because they are the investigating unit of Kenya. Then the 3 Venezuelans comes into the country unofficial. There's nothing that's telling, there's no indication that legally they are taking a certain product to IEBC. They have not been invited by IEBC. They have been invited by someone called Abdul. And if you don't know, that Abdul was a former IEBC official who resigned chini ya maji. Sinaona? So hapo kuna a question mark. Then if Wafula Chebukati is saying that these guys are employed by Smartmatics, investigation has said that they are not employed of Smartmatics, neither do they have connection with the IEBC. So there's another question mark. the investigation has detected that these guys were taking these things to, they were after being caught, the first person they called was that Abdul. Abdul was a former, in Santos world, he was a former IEBC official who resigned Chinamaju. When Akobe resigned, everybody knew. But when Abdul resigned, nobody knew. So they were taking these things to Abdul, who was an IT expert also in that IEBC. You see? The IEBC, these three guys are also IT experts with very crucial Kenyan documents. Hawezi niambia you can get Kenyan IEBC documents in somebody's luggage where there are socks and underpants. Anything that comes to Kenya officially is normally having an escort. And they have special place at the airport. Yeah. So there are so many question marks. So many question marks. You see. So my take is, these guys, okay, and then if you look at these receipts, they are surrounding counties with the highest number of voters. Check. Highest number of voters. Then if you just put Bomet, it tells you who is behind all these things. No. It just tells you who is behind the thing. So when they are caught, my take is the Kenyan government, through their security details, have just apprehended the most terrible persons and the enemy of Kenyans that we have never seen.
My name is Elias Yego Mukenyang. I'm from West Pokot County. All right. Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay, the issue of the Venezuelans, I think for me it's a letdown, because at the moment right now we expect the DCI or the entire police unit should be working together with IEBC. When we get refuting claims from both sides, it's very hard to believe who is saying the truth. So for me, I would say that it's a letdown to the Kenyan population. I cannot side with anyone because we can never know the truth. Yes. So that's my opinion on that.
My name is Sigebo Tundura, a Kenyan. Eh? So the issue of the Venezuelans, Chebukati is giving his part. So it means he knows them. And the issue we will be raising is then why do we have this controversy? If Chebukati knows these people, they were coming to do the genuine work, then can we say DCI is interfering with Chebukati's work? And therefore, some of this we leave it to the court. Yes. But what he has done, it has tainted the credibility of our electoral system. If it's true, they are here in the country.
So with less than 2 weeks to the elections right now, as we are speaking, do you think that IEBC is well prepared enough for the elections?
Okay. IEBC is well prepared. But it depends with the magnitude of they have passed the threshold of preparedness, that passing the threshold of preparedness, the other surplus that they have passed with, they want to bring conmanship into it. And that is one-sided. But I trust my government because they were prepared to an extent that some individuals within the IEBC, just like the other case, are somehow corrupt. But the government is going to deal with these people through the independent agencies, like the DCI, like something.
Yes, I think the IEBC is prepared for the election. Actually, I think they have been preparing this thing for a long time, and I know they will deliver a fair election. Yes.
IEBC is ready. I have to say they are ready. It's Chebukati who is not ready. Yeah, IEBC as a commission is ready, but Chebukati is not ready because all his plans to thwart this election so that he could announce Ruto as the final leader have been thwarted. they have been scuttled by the states. So we are just saying that Chebukati's plans have been thwarted, but the commission is ready and we are willing to vote and let them handle this election. Whatever they are planning to do, we believe and trust that our government systems have thwarted. Yes.
Well, you remember, for those who have gone to school, no matter how many years you study, even if you added one more year to prepare for the exam, you will never be fully ready. So to me, I can say I have confidence with IEBC, though not 100%. There are letdowns. Like, for example, what you talked about, the issue of the Venezuelans, the way the matter was handled, it was not good. But to me, overall, I believe IEBC are up to their task, despite a few challenges here and there. But what I would ask is the Kenyans and parties that are involved in this election to support IEBC, because there is no other body that's going to conduct that election apart from IEBC.
Based on that drama that we saw that I've just mentioned, it seems Mr. Chebukati is not that fully prepared. But because we don't have time is not on our side. However he's prepared or not, we shall just face it the way it is. But from the point I stand, I believe he is not fully prepared to conduct a credible, free and fair elections.
Now, let's talk about the debate now that happened on Tuesday at Catholic University. So do you think that Raila Odinga made the right choice by absconding the presidential debate?
Definitely. Raila is a statesman. Raila is a Democrat. Raila is a reformer. We, the supporters of Azimio, we could not have accepted that Raila, a clean man, to be on the same stage with a thief, a dirty man, a fool who doesn't know that Kenyans also need life tomorrow. He takes each and everything that is within his jurisdiction and take it for himself. He doesn't even consider the lives of the young people, the old people, women and children. He doesn't understand that. What we are trying to say is that Raila made the right choice, because if he could have gone down to that stage, he could have sanitized Ruto. Ruto was going to show off, and because look at it, even when he was given a chance to present himself and talk fervently well and explain himself, he could not, because he never had points. Actually, he had crammed some things that he was given supposedly that are going to be asked there, but then he reached the stage and found that the questions were so different. So he got confused. He could not even answer straightforward questions. A thing like about Kimarer and Aror, he could not even explain. At first he says 7,000 were not 7 billion were not lost. Later on he says that when he gets into power as president, he will make sure that he retrieves the 7 billion, 12 billion. So we were like, did he accept, and why was he saying that they were not lost? So what is he going to retrieve? A confused man. We could not accept someone of Raila's caliber to be on the same stage with such a character. Yes.
Now, we expected Raila to show up and actually participate in the debate. But from the last minute, we saw him, he declined and he went ahead and campaigned somewhere in Mount Kenya. Now, we expected him to come because we had some questions that we wanted to pose to him so that he could answer. But on the other hand, it was his democratic right to show up or to decline. And he said that from a man of his caliber, he felt it was not right and comfortable actually to share a platform with the DP. So I would say that majority of Kenyans expected him, but again, our expectation could not override his political rights and democracy. Yeah.
My opinion on that, I think, to me, I think it wasn't very right for what Raila did, because Raila had created himself, his politics, as a man who is very open, and he's created himself as a champion of democracy. But you see him pulling out of a debate despite him laying claims on the opponent. I think in a debate, you don't go there to discuss your opponent. You go to present what you have. So if Raila said that he couldn't debate due to the weakness of his opponent, I think that choice would have been left to Kenyans to decide. I believe Kenyans are smart and would know would use the circumstance to choose the right position. However, I may not say entirely that Raila was wrong out to pull from his debate. I just feel that that debate should be made because there were issues in that debate that you could see. The people, the candidates were taking over the debates. So I agree to some extent that the moderators should up their game in the next in the future presidential elections. So that was my opinion.
That's a very simple answer. Yes, Raila did the best thing.
Why?
First of all, I'll take you back to maybe 2013, if I'm right. Uhuru attended the debate. 2017, Uhuru never attended the debate. The reason being that he knew that he's going to be the president. I don't know how he knew that. Yeah, that one I personally don't know. At this time, Uhuru is with Raila tight. Maybe Uhuru just told Raila, debate is not for somebody who's already a president. Simple. Then, when you look at images, Raila is somebody who has been in politics for a very long time. Questioning Raila, you can't question Raila for 90 minutes, man. You have to spend the whole day questioning that man. So 90 minutes, from whatever you'll be discussing, things will be taken out of context, and you are remaining with how many days? Very few. If you start taking, check the Mitumba thing. It was taken out of context. It was good when Raila said it among the manifesto, but it was taken out of context. They're using it against him. Yet he never says so. So in this debate, if somebody like Raila with all his dignity comes to a debate, says something, every simple thing is going to be taken out of context because the enemy, the opponent, is having the machinery to do that. So me, I say, Raila did a good thing not to come to that debate.
Okay, for myself, I think I'm a very good supporter of Mr. Odinga, and I think what he did was a right thing to him, because when Ruto went to the podium, okay, you know Ruto for himself is very abusive, uses language that was mostly is not good. And I think if Raila could also gone to the podium, I think things could not be good. Actually, this could sound bad to Kenyans. So I think it's better Ruto went alone, and we support himself for not going for the debate. Yeah, myself I do support.
So how do you rate Ruto's performance during the debate that happened on Tuesday at Catholic University?
Now, I cannot rate Ruto's political debate because actually we know there were supposed to be 2 horse race and there was only 1 horse race. So I cannot compare Ruto because Raila declined. Had Raila showed up, then I could have actually give Raila a certain percentage and Ruto a certain percentage. But because Raila did not show up, so I cannot be able to rate Ruto because he was competing against himself. That's my opinion.
Okay, even if I'm not a supporter for William Ruto, actually trying to tackle a lot of questions which were too hard for him to answer, especially matters pertaining the judiciary. Actually, questions were too tough for him, but I think he's trying the best. Also for Maure, I think Maure he had a very good manifesto, and actually for his manifesto and for the debate he did actually, I think Maure did more better than Ruto for the debate.
Why do you think so?
Okay, Maure, although this is the first time, actually did the best. Actually was able to tackle questions. He was able to answer about his manufacture. Actually, but Mr. Ruto had been there in the government, and most of the questions he was asked, actually some, although he tried to tackle them, but I think there was something he was trying to hide here and there. Because the government of Jubilee has really failed Kenyans. Really, they have failed us.
Okay, first of all, I can't say that the debate happened between the two. The debate happened in 2 parts.
Yes, in 2 parts.
Everybody was debating with his own microphone.
Yes.
In 2 parts.
Yes.
I don't have a problem with the other person, the clergy. I don't have any scuff to with the clergy because I don't follow him, I don't do whatever. I just don't want to know even his manifesto. But when it comes to Ruto, the debate, Ruto is an authoritative person. He did his debate by not answering what he was being asked. Maybe he left his Kenya, like his deputy. So he was not answering things that he was being asked, like the matter of land, for sure. Land is not something that you can deny that you are not owning because your premises is there. kids were tear gas last time. You said the building is not yours, the building belongs to a certain Karasing. Other Taita Tavecta, Akarukaruka. Then he was asked, how much is enough? The enough thing was like, how much is enough for you to grab these lands? He said, enough is enough. So, until enough is enough, and enough will never be enough until you are dying, you are going to the grave. So if you put that guy to be a president, my friend, enough won't ever be enough. And then he was talking about he normally talks about the fertilizer, sijui indashukisha 6,500 up to 2,500. I remember the last debate where we had the Right Honorable Matakarua said fertilizer should be sold at 2,500, of which it is true when it is getting out of the government stocks. It is true, that's the price. But they use it politically, things when it reaches the farmers, it's 6,500. We don't know who imports the others or who gives permission for somebody to get like more than 1 million fertilizer bags out of the government store and come and sell it. That's where corruption is. And we know who has been involved in the maize scandal, fertilizer scandal, and who has the machinery to do that. That's why this Kiunjuri agriculture minister was fired. He was told, how can we pay somebody who doesn't even own a land and says that he has supplied maize worth 200 million? That's what I think the Azimio government want to try and cut. And we know who can cut it. Martha Karua. I'm not even saying Raila.
Remember, if you are new here, please hit the subscribe button so that we can get to 100 subscribers before the elections. Well, my name has been Kimutai Kennedy.